What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Enforcer Unit Hummer. This is the main stage reward for this month, and you get it completely free just by leveling up your main stage. But my question is, how good is it? Like, is it actually competitive in the rally raid scene? That's what we're gonna figure out today. All right, let's go. All right, so to get this car for free, you just need to go to the legend track and make sure you're getting to level 3 in your legend rewards. To do that, you have to complete one of these 3 timelines. Let's say you complete the blue one, that's your playlists. Anytime you do playlists after you get to level 4, that XP will go towards this legend timeline. The same thing goes for the competition one. After you get to level 4 by doing summits and grand races, any summits and grand race events that you do after that, that XP will go towards your legend timeline. And the same thing with exploration, any feats or anything like that, treasure that you're getting after you get to level 4 on this timeline, which by the way, I'm not level 4 yet. After you do that, all of that XP then goes into your legend timeline. So that's how you get XP for this one. Once you get to level 3, you get the Hummer HX Concept Enforcer unit, and it's unlocked. It's given to you. You don't have to buy it. It's just put in your inventory. There's also other rewards here that you can get, like this rough vanity tire and some different titles here for getting to level 50. So anyways, let's get into the testing for this car. Now for testing, I usually use an XP magnet set with rich and legend. That just gives me more XP and more money while I'm doing this. By the way, I don't even need the money, obviously, or the XP. However, I do it now just to make sure everything is consistent with all of my previous tests that I've done. So that being said, for rally raid vehicles, I test on the race called Off-Road Island. It's right here. It's in the Off-Road Attic playlist. So let's fast travel over there. Now let's get started. All right, for this first run, I went with no pro settings at all. I didn't make any changes. We just put parts on it. Let's see how it does. Okay, acceleration seems pretty average. Oh man, it doesn't really have a lot in the top end. I'm not passing these bots as quickly as I would have liked. Okay. It's decently controllable at this point. Good speed through this section. Okay. Good control through that section. Really not bad. Suspension seems to be absorbing a lot, which is good. It's a good sign. Has decent top speed. Okay, not as much air as I would have liked to have gotten. A little bit of floatiness there on that one, which means the suspension bounced back a little more than I wanted it to. Okay, looking good through here. Yeah, it's really holding good speed through here. Not bad at all. Let's see how it does on the jump. We need to drift this a little bit. Oh, we went a little bit wide there. It's okay. We're gonna have to cut back. Decent landing. Went right through the tree though. We try to avoid that tree on the landing. What I'm noticing is the car doesn't fly as much in the air as some of the others in the category. They tend to fly quite a bit more. A little bit of snapback there, except it's very expected on rally raid though, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. Okay. We're at 42, 44 when we hit the jump. We're gonna go a little bit wide here. Really not bad at all. A 47.9, no pro settings is actually really pretty good. Like, not bad at all. It's really not bad. I'm curious to see what the top speed of this is going to be in slipstream. We're gonna have to test that in a little bit. Let's get some pro settings on it. All right, so the first thing, I thought the body rocking was way too much. So I'm just gonna increase this front and rear springs just to give it a little bit more support just in general. But then on the compression, I want it to compress a little bit faster, but not rebound so much. So I'm going to do a little bit less on the compression front and a little bit less on the compression rear. And then for the front, I'm going to reduce the rebound quite a bit because I don't want it rebounding like crazy. If you have a really stiff rebound, that's when you get the front end of the car popping up like crazy. I don't want that to happen. We're going to do the same thing on the rebound rear. We're going to put it there. So that's really what you want to do for this particular car. Now, as far as the ARBs go, if you increase these or play with these too much, you can really affect the twitchiness of the car, particularly on downhill sections or really bumpy sections. So I don't really want to mess with these too much. But what I will do is increase the front and then increase the back about half of that. And then for the camber, we want to add a little more camber to the rear, so it's not quite as twitchy, and then less than that in the front. So it's going to give us a little bit more grip, not too much. but it'll definitely help the car not be as twitchy, not reactive as much to those bumps. So anyways, let's see how this feels, see if we can run a better time. All right, here we go with pro settings. Let's see how we do. The acceleration really just isn't what I want it to be. I want it to be a little more. So if it's gonna lack in the top speed, which it definitely could, then it's gonna be a problem for the pro settings. I feel like we held more speed on that on round 1 with no pro settings. We did pretty much the same here. Again, feels like we were going with a little bit more speed in the first, before the pro settings edition. So let's see what happens on this one. There we go, less floatiness there. That's what I was hoping for. Oh, a little bit more floaty there. So I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. The front feels a little bit too loose. We're gonna have to stiffen that up a little bit more. Definitely took that a little better. And let's see what happens when we land. See, its air is just not as much. It just doesn't have the air that other cars have. Like, I'm shorting that jump. Like, I'm definitely shorting it. I don't know why. It doesn't have the same type of like snap back response that it did on the first one, but I'm not really liking the way that the changes made the car feel overall. So let's see what we got here. It was a slightly better time at a 47.7. I think that had to do with the fact that it really didn't drift as much on some of those turns that I was feeling it was floaty on the first one. So let's make some more slight changes, and then I think we'll be good to go. All right, so far so good. In terms of pace, I feel like we're right on pace with the first run, but the car's feeling much more controllable, which is what the goal was. Notice how much speed I'm keeping through this section compared to that second run. I definitely have a little bit more pace here. So let's see what happens in terms of overall time. Got to hit this perfectly. Okay. There we go. Oh, there we go, dude. There we go. We hit it nicely, dude. Nicely. Went a little wide there, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and take this inside there. We're good. Much better, dude. Oh, this is great. This is going to be a nice time. Nice. A 47.6. Not only was it a 47.6, I don't remember what my second time was. It was something close to this. I don't think we beat it by much, or we were slightly over. I'm not sure. I'll go back and check. The point is, it was much more controllable, and that's what's important. If you just judge it by the times, I mean, you could have like a really good time one time, but the car feels terrible. And that's not the goal. The goal is to make the car feel good, but also be able to run fast times. So a 147.6, if we look at that compared to the best cars in the class, a 147.6 puts it even like the 3400K or the Skyline GTR, which runs a great time. These are great cars. So this thing is definitely in good company at this point. That is a very, very good time for that. I'm curious how it's going to perform in the grand races. It does feel like it's a little bit too drifty, and it kind of makes me wonder if it's actually going to be able to keep up. But my main concern actually is the top speed. Is it going to have the top speed of the Tacoma? If it does, this is going to be a competitive car, but I have a feeling that it's not going to. I feel like it's going to be slightly less than that. I could tell when I was bombing the hills that it really didn't have that same pace. So we'll see what happens. Let's get into a grand race and see what's going on. All right, what route are we getting here? Across the volcano. Ah, this is all top speed, dude. This is all top speed. This rally raid route has almost no technical sections on it. So we're going to see exactly how well this Hummer does in this situation. It is going to be all top speed in this route. Here we go, starting in 13th, baby. Hopefully I have a good one before we get to rally raid. All right, here we go. This Street 1 is all about top speed as well. So let's see if we can get to the front here. Got to get to top speed and get to the front before everyone else does. These two corners right here are tough, bro. Not because they're hard to handle. It's because everybody runs into you. So there we go. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. Let's see if we can stay here. Do we have any Porsches behind us? Not yet. There is one back there, but he's hiding behind a muscle car. Let's see what happens. We can get some drag bump. We can get up over 200 miles an hour. But we're not getting it yet. We need that Porsche to step up. All right. Do I get rammed in this corner? Nope. They're under control. Nicely done. Surprising. All right, let's get it, dude. Now we've got the Porsche behind us. There we go. We should have some... If he passes, he passes. It's okay. Oh, you didn't have to go into the grass, though. Stay behind me. There we go. Keep it up. Let's do some little taps. We want some NOS for this hill. All right. Got a downshift early. Brake early. You really want to grab this gutter. I let him pass there because I wanted to hit the gutter even though I missed it. All right, go ahead. Gut sets. We're going to be following you, dude. You lead the charge, man. It's you and me. Okay, where are you going, dude? Where are you going? All right, we gotta get wide for this turn, man. You made it, but dang. Barely. You gotta stay left on that one. That's all right, though. We're still here. You're still in slip. Let's get it going. There we go. Into fourth early. No drifting on that. You don't want to drift on that. It's all right, though. All right. Into motocross we go. Oh my God, bro. You trying to take both of us out, man? Let's go, dude. Little taps help in motocross. Little taps. It'd be nice to get some drag bump. Oh, he's still a little too far away. No worries, man. Let's go. There you go. You want to save a little bit of your NOS for this part. Okay. We'll go ahead and go to the right of this jump. There we go. I don't know what happened to him. We lost him. Guts. Come on, dude. I want your slip, dude. I mean, I want your drag bump. Let's get it. Going up the hill. Maybe he'll catch up here. Maybe I'm terrible. That wasn't a great turn, to be honest. A little bit of NOS out of it. All right, fourth gear. I waited way too long to turn on that. Kept some decent speed, but I can definitely take that faster. Come on, man. There we go. You want to avoid those bushes. Those are tough ones. Here we go. Nicely done, Trigger. Let's get it. Going down the hill, baby. All right. This part, you got to hold forward on the bike. Otherwise, you're going to start losing top speed. All right. We're getting close to this transition. This is all top speed. So we're going to see if this Hummer can actually hold on to this lead. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that was really rough, dude. Now we're putting the Hummer at a disadvantage. Guts is going to catch up here. Let's go. Oh, just barely cleared that, dude. I'd use a lot more NOS than I wanted to. Again, this thing just doesn't have that air power. It's weird. All right, here we go. Not bad, not bad. Let's get it going, Hummer. I wonder what Mr. Guts is in. It's a little slippy, dude. That's what I'm noticing. And it's not anything that this tune is going to solve. It's just a little slippy. Like, it just has a little bit less traction than the other cars. All right, we're moving. In the Tacoma, you can be doing close to 170 here. So as a solo pace car, this is really not the car you want. But I was curious to see what would happen in slipstream. Seems like this thing stops at the top of 160, like 167, 168, something like that. And that is just not where you want it to be. All right, let's see. Holds decent speed through the water. We're okay there. I don't really see Guts getting any closer, but let's see what happens on this turn. I'm gonna slip a little. No, it looks like the lead is increasing a little. I wonder what he's in. We're gonna find out at the end of this race. The car feels fine. It feels very controllable. A little bit too loose though, in terms of like overall traction, but really not bad at all. Like, just way more controllable than I anticipated. And here we go, man. We lost Guts. GG's, man. Let's see what he was in. Oh, he was in a Ram, dude. He was in a Ram. Okay. Anyway, let's just sum up the thoughts here on this truck. I don't think it's necessarily meta. Is it usable? For sure. Can it compete? Probably. But I don't think it's going to compete with the 959 in technical courses because it has a lot of slippage and not as good acceleration as the Audi RSQ. So I don't think it's going to compete in technical situations. It's not going to compete in the high speed situations like this. If Guts was in a Tacoma, he could have gotten closer or maybe even passed me. I don't know. But the Tacoma is the way to go when it comes to high speed, and it's not going to compete there. So where is this thing useful? Honestly, it's just another car that you can use, and it's controllable. I would put it in the same category as the rough 3400K. It feels nice to drive, and that's about it. It's not overly slow. It's not overly fast. It's just comfortable. So if this is a car that you want to test out, I recommend it. It's the main stage reward, and now you have a reason to either use it or not use it. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.